And we're live. Yes, we are. Taliban Baby attempts the CompTIA Security Plus SY0-701 number 2. How's the mic looking? Mic check, mic check. Oh yeah. Look at them. Look at that circle vibrating. We're live. That's a hot mic right there. Okay. So I'm just gonna like take this test, dude, and if there's anybody who wants to jump in, you know, like watch, learn, you know, test your might. Maybe you can take the test too, right? Or, you know, there's probably just nothing happening on YouTube and you're just kind of bored and you want to see what's going on over here. I don't know. Who knows? I'm going to test my might. See if my brain meats still work. And I'm going to do it live. And this video will go down in history. People will watch it and love it. Maybe they won't. Maybe I'll get some thumbs down. I don't know what the thumbs down ratio is anymore because YouTube's protecting me. YouTube's protecting my feelings from getting too many thumbs down. Thank you, YouTube. Because if I get too many thumbs down, I don't like making videos anymore. It's like I get bullied. I can see the thumbs up though, but the thumbs down, nah. Y'all lost your power with the thumbs down. You bullies. Okay. So when you go to take the real test, you're gonna get, you know, they're gonna throw some performance-based questions at you, and you know what you're gonna do with those? You're just gonna hit review and next. Skip them. Go straight into the multiple choice. You heard? And then from there, just do your best. If there's questions that you feel like, you know, you're not really getting, or you're kind of in the middle between a 50-50 shot, hit a review and just keep going. Don't waste your time. And then if you have about like 20 minutes left on the exam, 25 minutes, that means you did really good and that you need to start going backwards and accomplishing everything that you feel like you messed up on or that you didn't even do. Like those performance-based questions. I'm in a pretty chill mood right now. What I'll try to do is I'll try to pause the exam and explain my reasoning behind why I chose that. That's if I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job and I feel like, you know, explaining something and teaching something. But if I take a guess, I'm just gonna fucking take a guess. And, you know, that's it. What can you do about it? This is a computer science channel now, okay? If you don't like it, you can get the fuck out of here. That's all I can say. Some people like doing fireball channels. Some people like doing coin channels. I like doing coin channels. But some people like going crazy on the fireballs. That's good. Good for them. That's what they want to do with their channel. That's fine. Some people like doing food channels. Food channels are cool too, you know? Like if you want to show off food, go for it. Well, this is a computer science channel. And if you don't like it, get the fuck out of here, okay? Go find the fireball channel. I don't care. Oh gosh, our ticker. My ticker is old. It's outdated. This is bad. Let me fix it. Just gotta put a nice little... Oh, it said exam 2 though. We were good there. We just had to put a 7. Change the 6 to a 7. We're good to go. Alright, here we go. Taliban Baby. This is the Taliban Baby of the day. He's going to be trying his best to show all the Taliban grown-ups that yes, he could do it. He's worthy. He's totally worthy. Okay, here we go. If I could do better than an 80, then that's great, because last time we got an 80. So the idea is to, you know, increasingly get better at what we're doing. I still have to study a lot of the security architecture domain, whatever the fuck it is. That's a huge chapter though. But, you know, who knows? Maybe I know a lot of it already. Okay, let me take a sip of water. Make sure to like and subscribe and do all that good stuff. You don't have to like it, you can dislike it. This video will go down in history to all my tech homies out there who want to watch it. I'm not going to do all of these though. You don't get a free ride in every single one of them. It's just like whatever I'm feeling. And I felt like doing another one. All right, let's get going. Here we go. Ready, set, and a go. All right, Enrique. Look at that. They already tried to throw you off with a weird ass name. Enrique, a cybersecurity consultant for Dion Training, is guiding David through the development of a secure baseline for their new cloud infrastructure. David wants to ensure that every virtual machine has the same set of security configurations when launched. What would be Enrique's best advice? Have the security team set each VM manually with desired security configurations? Implement a golden image with pre-configured security settings for VM deployment. That sounds cool. Sounds like the golden rule. Use cloud service defaults? No. And no. Use public VM images purchased from cloud marketplace. What? That has nothing to do with security. So it's like either this one, you know, like just do it manually with the desired, or implement a golden image. Are they fucking with me with a golden image? I've never heard a golden image in any of my studying. They're fucking with me. But I mean, that one sounds cool. You know, like have like your golden image, which would be like your main like thing that everybody agrees on, and everyone's like, yeah, that's the good one. Do that one. Do that one like 5-6 times. And then just implement it, right? Have the security team set each VM manually? No, you don't want first off, they're saying security team, right? That's not an individual, that's a team. That's like a bunch of people. So you're gonna fuck up somehow having a bunch of people do VM manually. I just don't get why they say golden rule. What the fuck? Such a weird thing to say. Shekhar. I really gotta show Shekhar I'm worthy here. A security researcher discovers that 2 different hashing algorithms produce the same output for the same input. Oh, sweet. Which of the following cryptographic attacks is best illustrated by this finding? That would be a collision, because there's a collision happening. Same output for the same, hashing algorithms produce the same output for the same input. Sounds like a collision to me. 2 things happening at the same time? Collision. Which of the following statements best explains the importance of chain of custody in incident response? So chain of custody involves following the processes as they are laid out in the incident response plan, from preparations to lessons learned. Nope, I don't think that's it. Chain of custody is the process of securing and preserving evidence related to a security incident for potential use in legal proceedings. I mean, yeah, that's true. Let's see if we got a better one. Chain of custody determines the individuals or groups responsible for the incident and helps in legal proceedings. No. And chain of custody is the process of systematically analyzing how the incident referred, linking the events from inception to the point attack. I don't think it's that one either. Chain of custody is all about having like that legal proceedings, like, you know, like the information. You don't want something dismissible in court. So there's chain of custody. Which of the following terms refers to an authorization model that allows resource owners to grant or deny permissions based on their own judgment? That's DAC. That's just knowing acronyms. That's discretionary access control. That's like you get to figure. You get a permission. You get a permission. You don't get a permission. During a routine audit. Oh, here we go with Enrique again. This guy's cool. A cybersecurity specialist at Kelly Innovations LLC Wait a minute. He works at Kelly Innovations LLC and Dion Training Incorporated? Hold the fucking phone. Okay, I'm just going to read this one while it's paused. Notice that a specific software module was crashing unexpectedly. While inspecting further, he discovered multiple requests that contained exceedingly long strings of characters without any discernible patterns. These strings, when processed, seemed to disrupt the normal execution of the application and caused unexpected behavior. Which of the following best defines the type of attack Enrique observed on Kelly Innovations LLC software application? All right, was it a denial service? No. Cross-site scripting? I don't think so. What are we? We're talking about like code here, right? That contain extremely long strings of characters. He discovered multiple requests. No specific software module. I don't think it's cross-site scripting. Perimeter tampering. That one sounds kind of cool. Buffer overflow. I don't think it has anything to do with buffer overflow. We have unexpected behavior here, not like a crash. Wait, did it say crash? You discovered change process, normal behavior process. I don't think it's buffer overflow. Perimeter tampering. Final answer. A security analyst is investigating a malware incident and finds that the malware has compromised an account and is using it simultaneously with the legitimate user, creating multiple sessions from different locations or devices. Which of the following indicators of malicious activity is best demonstrated by this finding? Hold on, I gotta read that again. A security analyst is investigating a malware incident, okay, and finds that the malware has compromised an account and is using it simultaneously with the legitimate user, so we have concurrent sessions, creating multiple sessions from different locations or devices. Oh, so there it is, concurrent sessions. I already answered my own question. Concurrent session usage. Yeah, that one. Wait a minute. Which of the following indicators of malicious activity is best in? Impossible travel is kind of like a good answer. Creating multiple sessions from different locations. I'm going to go with concurrent sessions usage. When evaluating a new security tool for automation and orchestration in the organization's infrastructure, which factor primarily addresses the potential financial impact over the tool's lifecycle? What? When evaluating a new security tool for automation and orchestration in an organization's infrastructure, which factor primarily addresses the potential financial impact over the tool's lifecycle? Potential financial impact. Is it this one? The return on investment? I think that's what ROI stands for. Capital expenditure. I think CapEx is capital expenses. Capital expenditure. TCO, I have no idea. Operational efficiency has the potential financial impact. Just the potential or the tool's lifecycle. Fuck, we'll come back to that one. What kind of protective measures are based on where the data is stored? Public, geographic restrictions, obfuscation, or segmentation? What kind of protective measures are based on where the data is stored? I guess geographic restrictions. Everybody's different. Which of the following terms refers to a network that is divided into smaller subnetworks based on criteria such as function, location, or security level? That seems like logical segmentation to me, yeah? I mean, it's not an air gap because they're still kind of communicating with each other. It's just a logical segmentation. Physical isolation doesn't really make sense. And software-defined networking just kind of sounds too broad on what it's talking about. Based on certain functions, I think it's that one. Maria is a worker technology Wait, Maria is a worker technology company called Dion Training. What kind of fucking sentence is that? Her role involves developing and managing the company's information security program. She will be responsible for defining and implementing information security policies and procedures to protect sensitive data and IT systems from cyber threats. Which of the following roles does Maria perform at Dion Training? Well, she's responsible for defining and implementing information security policies and procedures to protect sensitive data. She's the security officer, the data controller, security owner, or security custodian. I feel like she's the data controller. I think this whole like security thing is just trying to throw you off. But I could be wrong. Carla's job at Dion Training involves properly collecting, storing, and analyzing the data according to her supervisor's directions. What role does Carla have? Well, she's collecting, storing, and analyzing the data. I mean, collecting, storing, and analyzing? Data custodian, data processor, data subject, or data controller? Well, I don't think it's the data subject. They're properly collecting, storing, and analyzing. That's going to be a custodian. Custodian's kind of, there's no inputting, which would be a data processor. And the data controller would just be like more managing. This sounds like custodian work. Kelly Innovations LLC wants to expand its infrastructure across multiple geographic locations with an extensive network. Which of the following solutions would be best for their solution? I guess SD-WAN? No, wait. It's not EAP or IDS. Wants to expand its infrastructure across multiple geographic locations with an extensive network? Yeah, just do some cloud shit with SD-WAN. Which of the following activities take place during the preparation phase in the incident response process? The preparation phase. Conducting triage to determine how damaging the incident would be if it occurred. Identifying and classifying incidents based on their severity and impact to the organization. Defining roles and responsibilities and conducting regular training and drills. Or analyzing the evidence and determining the root cause of the incident. I think it's either this one or this one. I don't know. Conducting triage to determine how damaging the incident would be if... No, it's not that one. Unless if we're preparing for a disaster, or are we preparing for an incident in the incident response process? I don't know if this is past tense or present. Analyzing the evidence and determining the root cause of the incident. Fuck. These stupid ass questions. In the CVSS metric framework, which determines if the attacker must rely on user interaction, like a user opening a malicious email attachment for successful exploitation. Oh man, I don't know these acronyms. UI, PR, AVAC. I have no idea. I've never seen these acronyms before. This might be in the chapter that I haven't studied yet. So we are going to pick UI, user intervention. That's just a total guess. I don't know. Hakim, Taliban Hakim, is a compliance officer at HLM Media. He is creating a classification system for HLM's data. Some data that laws require be handled in particular ways. What label should he give the data that is subject to strict compliance standards? Probably like regulated, right? Data at rest? What? Tokenization? It makes no sense. And confidential doesn't really talk. It's not about compliance more than just like, you know, secret, like privacy. It's regulated. For companies transitioning to a cloud architecture, which of the following is essential to delineate the roles and responsibilities between the client and the cloud? That is going to be responsibility matrix. That's your stuff. That's your responsibilities, cloud responsibilities. And then you jumble all that shit together, and it's the responsibility matrix. At Dion Training, the management team, hold on. We're gonna read this one paused, because I know I'm fucking taking forever reading these. At Dion Training, the management team is preparing to conduct both internal and external compliance reporting. They aim to ensure that stakeholders are appropriately informed about the company's compliance status. Which of the following statements accurately reflect the distinct purposes of internal and external compliance reporting at Dion Training? Let's go. Improves product development, facilitates team assessments, adheres to regulatory requirements, getting third-party audits, supports internal decision making, or enhances marketing strategies. So I know we got the external one. Now what about the internal? Internal compliance. Improves product development. I guess it's that one. Facilitates team assessments. Assignments. Supports internal decision making. That one sounds kind of good too. Enhances marketing strategies. No. Improves product. These two are just not on the money. Supports internal decision making. I mean, that's compliance reporting. I'm going with these two. Enrique, the cybersecurity analyst at Kelly Innovations LLC, noticed an interesting trend in the company's access logs. Over the past week, considerable number of different user accounts had experienced failed login attempts. Alright, just by reading that, we got like a spraying attack type of deal. Horizontal password attack, dictionary attack, credential surfing, vertical password attack. Well, I guess horizontal. Let's see. What was peculiar was that the same set of simple passwords, such as password and 123456, were tried across these accounts. There wasn't a high volume of failed attempts per user, but the sheer number of accounts targeted raised Enrique's concerns. Should the following... So that's password spraying, which I guess is a horizontal password attack, right? We're going with that one. Which of the following best represents a key practice in change management? System downtime during significant changes is insignificant? That's weird. Once a change is implemented, there's no need to assess its impact? That's horrible. Every implemented change should have a rollback plan in case of... I like that one. Changes should be implemented spontaneously. What's really going on with these three? Alright, we'll pick that one. Arib? Are they picking like Middle Eastern names on purpose? Because I'm a Taliban baby? Taking the CompTIA? Security Plus? Arib is investigating a malware incident at his organization. The malware is reproducing itself, that's a worm, itself, and spreading to other systems through even though none of the employees are logged into the system. Okay, it's a worm. Let's move on. Which of the following statements about the importance of the security content automation protocol, or SCAP, is not true? Damn, I don't remember what SCAP is, but I know it exists. Fuck. SCAP aids in automating the process of detecting vulnerabilities and managing configurations, and I think it might be that one. SCAP encrypts all data before it is sent to be securely stored. SCAP provides a common language for security content, or SCAP ensures that an organization's security infrastructure is compliant with regulatory standards and guidelines. It might be that one too. Security content automation. Dang, I totally forgot what this meant. In the process of detecting vulnerabilities and managing configurations. I think it's this one. Well, we'll see. You are a network administrator for a company that has multiple branch offices. You need to ensure that the data transmitted between the offices is secure, reliable, and encrypted. Which of the following connection methods would you use? Well, satellite's not really reliable yet. WEP, that's not really secure. Bluetooth? You're going to use Bluetooth in something that's like probably multiple branch offices? Or cellular? It's either satellite or cellular. Secure, reliable, and encrypted. Yeah, I think cellular is more reliable than satellite. Multiple branch offices. You need to ensure that data cellular networks, right? Maybe it is satellite. No, I think it's cellular. Red notes, I'm going to read this one like this. Red notes, a financial institution has experienced a sophisticated multi-vector cyber attack. Only quick action by their security team prevented a data breach. The security team has recommended using extended detection and response across the company environment. Which of the following problems best explains why they recommended extended detection response rather than endpoint detection response? Let's see. Their EDR, like most EDRs, doesn't provide real-time monitoring and reporting of attacks. I don't know if that's true. Company security data was spread across a number of applications and tools, preventing the security team from seeing such a sophisticated attack. Their current EDR didn't have the ability to isolate an attacked endpoint and prevent the spread of malware, or they need a more comprehensive system of ensuring all software was updated and patched against sophisticated attacks coming from a variety of locations simultaneously. Kind of like that one. We're going with this one. Which of the following best highlights the significance of inventory in managing hardware, software, and data assets effectively? Inventory documentation helps in tracking the financial value of assets. Yeah. Inventory facilitates the physical organization of assets. What? Inventory enables the organizations to maintain up-to-date records. Inventory identifies individuals responsible for asset handling. Inventory and managing hardware, software, and data assets effectively. Inventory identifies individuals responsible for asset handling, because we're talking about data assets as well. Financial value of assets, well, that data might have a price tag on it. Tracking the financial value of assets. Inventory identifies individuals responsible for asset handling. The significance. Identifies individuals. Man, maybe this one best highlights the significance, the financial value. Such a weird question. Which characteristics of blockchain technology ensures that the risk associated with having a single point of failure or compromise is mitigated? Homomorphic encryption. I know that's real, but I don't remember what it is. Digital certificate rotation, decentralization, or timestamping. Well, I guess decentralization, because if it was centralized, that would be a single point of failure, right? But if things are decentralized, then that means if one goes down, the other's good. Which of the following is a monetary penalty imposed as a result of non-compliance with regulations or violations of certain rules or agreements? Yeah, you can get a sanction or a fee or a fine. So what the fuck are we talking about? Which of the following is a monetary penalty? Ah, okay, there we go. You'd get a fine. But I mean, a sanction would be totally monetary penalties too, man. Imagine like you're in a situation where you can't even stimulate your economy because you got sanctioned. At that point, you have to create your own McDonald's. Deductible or fee? Is it a fine or a fee? Fine or a fee? I'm gonna go with fine, because usually we all just pay fees, right? Parking fee, gas fee, I don't know. Toll fee. Fines is more like a penalty. Which of the following best underscores the value of enumeration in the effective management of hardware, software, and data assets? Best underscores the value of enumeration. Okay. Enumeration identifies potential vulnerabilities in hardware? No. Enumeration assigns unique identifiers and access controls to hardware? Maybe. Enumeration identifies and counts all hardware? I like that one. Enumeration ranks and prioritizes all hardware based on their value. No. I think it's this one. Enumeration is just like all about identifying and counting. Assigns unique identifiers and access controls? Nah, it's this one. Which of the following terms refers to the use of the technology? Which of the following terms refers to the use of technology to perform tasks without human intervention, especially in processes where manual operations can be repetitive, labor-intensive, or error-prone? Well, that would be automation, configuration management, orchestration, or artificial intelligence. No, it's automation. We don't need AI. We could write a script and then just run the script. Dion Training is developing a new application for remote employees. Am I doing good here? I got an hour left and I'm 30 in. I think that's good. I'm gonna take a break. Good gosh. Taliban baby, how are you doing? This is a crazy test. Oh. Okay. There's no escaping this, Taliban baby. You must continue if you want your never mind. Dion Training is deploying a new application for remote employees. They want to ensure that users can securely log in without needing a physical device other than their smartphones. The system would generate a temporary numeric code on the user's device. which would then be used as a second form of authentication. Which of the following best solutions fulfills this requirement? Well, it's not biometric. Static password? I don't think it's that one either. Network location based? No. We're not doing geolocation. It's software authentication tokens. It's the only one that makes sense. Network location based? No. Static password? No. Yeah. Sam, a security engineer, is testing the security of a web application and finds that it is vulnerable to a type of attack that involves sending more data than expected to a function. That would be a buffer overflow, causing it to write adjacent memory locations and execute arbitrary code. Which of the following application attacks best describes it? That's a buffer overflow. Privilege escalate? No, that's no. Okay. Magnetic Islands Networking is in the process of finalizing a contract with a new vendor to provide IT services. Ooh. To ensure clear expectations, Magnetic Islands wants to define the measurements of quality and performance. So they want performance they want from the vendor. Which of the following documents? That would be statement of work. Yeah. Service level agreement kind of sounds cool, but I think it's a statement of work. The measurements of quality and performance they want from the vendor. Well, you'd start off with a statement of work and then you'd move into a work order. And those are for finalizing a contract with a new vendor. I don't think it's an SLA. Kelly Innovations LLC has recently faced a series of phishing attacks where attackers are sending emails that appear to be from the company's domain. Oh shit. After an internal investigation, they discover that these emails are not originating from their servers. To cryptographically ensure that an email was actually sent from their domain, which of the following is the best mechanism should they implement? I think that would be DMARC. I think that one's all about domain. Oh, or maybe it's this one, DKIM. It's one of these Ds. Cryptographically, I think it's DKIM. Domain keys. I think that one's more about cryptography, where this one's more about like Active Directory, maybe? I don't remember. But we're going to go with DKIM. Which of the following terms best describes the purpose of detecting and documenting potential threats such as malware, insider threats, or inadequate policies to inform an organization's risk management strategies? Describes the process of detecting and documenting all that stuff. That would be vulnerability assessment. Nah, it's not threat intelligence. Policy review? Malware doesn't usually follow a policy. Risk identification or vulnerability assessment? They just both sound like the same thing to me. Vulnerability assessment or risk identification best describes the process. Malware, insider threats, or inadequate policies. I think it's risk identification. Final answer. Which of the following terms refers to ensuring that information remains unchanged from its source and has not been improperly modified? That would be integrity. That's the integrity of your data. Florence is explaining the cryptographic I'm going to read this one like this. Florence is explaining the cryptographic system to her boss. He finds it very confusing and keeps saying that it all seems like smoke and mirrors. He doesn't think that the system can be relied on. Florence then explains that there is a piece of hardware within the system that can be always and completely relied upon, setting up a chain of reliable identities. It is the foundation of a cryptographic system. What is Florence describing? The root of trust? Well, not that one. Certificate revocation list, online certificate status protocol, or certificate authorities? I think it's the root of. Wait. Doesn't things rely on always completely setting up a chain of reliable identities is the foundation of the cryptographic system. Let's explain cryptographic systems. Jeez, I'm confused too. How is he the boss if he doesn't understand this? Florence is just a worker. Going with the root of trust. Final answer. I'm going to put a star there because I want to read the explanation. Dion Training Solutions is looking to upgrade their current firewall to one that can detect and block advanced threats. Next gen firewall. Provide additional functions like intrusion prevention and give them deep visibility into traffic. Go with that next gen. Mary, working at Dion Training, is overseeing a major software update in their virtualized environment. Before pushing the update live, she wants to ensure a rapid recovery point without creating a full backup due to storage constraints. Which method would be the most suitable for her needs? A snapshot? For pushing it, she wants to ensure a rapid recovery point. A snapshot. What is the purpose of monitoring and revision as part of ensuring information security? Hold on. It's like the shortest sentence and it confused the shit out of me. What is the purpose of monitoring and revision? Monitoring and revision as part of ensuring information. Okay, let's go. To implement industry-specific regulations, to establish centralized government structures. Well, it's not that one. To continuously improve security measures. It's probably that one, the revisioning part. To enforce strict access control policies. It's this one. Implement industry-specific regulations kind of sounds like a cool answer too. I'm going to go with this one. Ensuring information security. I'm going to go with that one. In digital forensics, which of the following is most crucial to consider when determining the requirements for an investigative report? The personal preference of the forensic analyst, the geographical location of the incident, the intended audience of the report, or the software tools used in the investigation. Determining the requirements for an investigative report. Why is this confusing me? Digital forensics, which of the following is most crucial to consider when determining the requirements? Well, I guess it'd be your tools, right? The requirements for investigative report. Holy cow, look at one. You are a system administrator for a small business that uses several laptops and desktops for its daily operations. Recently, some of your employees' devices have been used to open ports on your servers. You suspect an attacker has done this. Although the employees have the ability to open ports as part of their jobs, the ports were opened when the employees were not at their computers. The open ports were used to exfiltrate data, and your boss is not happy. Which of the following mitigation techniques can help you prevent this from happening again? Disabling ports and protocols? Well, I mean, now their job is a part of that. Access control through permissions, patching, or host-based intrusion prevention systems. Maybe that one? It's not really mentioning anything that needs to be patched. Host-based intrusion prevention systems. I'm going to go with this one. Sounds like a permission problem. Which of the following architecture models involves creating multiple instances of a system to handle increased demand? Scalability, ease of deployment, containerization, responsiveness. I'm going to go with scalability. Which of the following statements is not true concerning the significance of simple network management protocol? Not true. Simple network management protocol ensures secure communication among software applications and allows security analysts to monitor these communications. SNMP allows network administrators to monitor network performance, find and solve network problems, and plan for network growth. SNMP assists in collecting information from various network devices. SNMP makes it possible to manage network performance, control network configuration, and store data about network components. Fuck, they all sounded true to me. Which sentence is like purposely written incorrectly? Is it that one? Ensures secure communication among software applications? No. Allows network administrator to monitor? Yeah, it's a monitoring. Simple network management process. Assists in collecting information. You could do that too. Makes it possible to manage network performance management. I think it's this one. Ensures secure communication. I don't think SNMP does that. What is the name of a key that is used primarily for decrypting data? That would be a private key. Not a public key. Hash key or symmetric key? I think it's a private key. Which of the following statements is not true about the exposure factor? Exposure factor is typically expressed as a percentage or ratio of exposure. Yeah, I think that's true. Exposure factor is calculated by multiplying the asset's total value by the yearly rate of occurrence. The asset's total value would be the that would be the yearly. Oh gosh, an exposure factor of 100% implies that an asset becomes completely useless after a particular security incident or threat event. Yeah, that's true. Exposure factor refers to the proportion of an asset's value likely to be destroyed or degraded if a particular security incident or threat event occurs. I feel like that's true too. So maybe it's this one. Which of the following mitigation techniques can help detect and respond to potential threats or incidents on a system by collecting data about the activities occurring on the system? Monitoring. Which of the following scenarios most exemplify a business email compromise? Spotting a pop-up on a website? Nah. Receiving spam email about? Nah. A CEO's request to finance to wire money urgently? An email from a coworker asking to review an attached invoice? I don't know. I think this one, man. What's really going on? Every month, Sasha from Kelly Innovations LLC reviews the company's firewall logs, intrusion detection system outputs, and other security tool logs. She compiles a document detailing trends, potential threats, and recommended actions, which she presents to the senior management. Which of the following types of reports best describes the one Sasha producing for the senior management? Well, she did document detailing trends, potential threats, and recommended actions. A threat intelligence briefing, a recurring report? No. Incident report? It's not an incident, really. Maybe it's a policy review. Because recommended actions, which she presents to the senior management. I think it's a policy review. Which standard defines the methods and protocols used for controlling algorithms used for data in transit? Password standard, encryption standard, access control standard, it's encryption standard. Lenga, a security analyst, is investigating a malware incident and finds that the malware has installed a hidden program, Trojan, that allows an attacker to remotely execute commands on the infected system. When they look further into the situation, they find that the program has given the attacker the privileges of a local administrator. Which of the following types? Well, it says hidden. Where did I read hidden? Investigating a malware incident that finds the malware has been installed hidden. Has installed a hidden program. I think that's a Trojan. That's a cool name. Oh gosh. Security analyst is investigating a malware incident. The logs show that someone made 5 attempts to enter a password and username on each computer in the marketing department between 2:30 and 3 a.m. None of the marketing department employees were working at the time. The attempts all came from the same IP address. Which of the following indicators of malicious activity most likely gave her or him the theory that this was an attempt at a brute force or dictionary attack? I guess account lockouts. Those accounts got locked out probably. They don't really... Missing logs? Well, how would they know the IP address? Blocked content? Concurrent session usage? Someone made attempts to enter the username. It's probably locked accounts. Oh gosh, that's a lot of reading. You are working on a project with a vendor who provides you with a software application that runs on your computer. The vendor says that the software is secure and does not currently require any updates or patches. He assures you that when updates and patches are available, you will receive notifications with directions for downloading and installing them. However, you discover that the software has a known vulnerability that can allow remote code execution by an attacker. What type of attack vector is this an example of? Agentless, image-based, unsupported systems and applications, or client-based? The attack vector seems to be a known vulnerability that can allow remote access code execution. Unsupported systems and applications. What is the attack vector? The attack vector would be an unsupported system. No. It would be agentless? However, you discover that the software has a known vulnerability. Image-based. Hybrid. Agentless. Fuck. I gotta work on my attack vectors, I guess. Or I don't know. This is confusing me. Unsupported systems and applications. Unsupported? I don't think it has anything to do with support. Image-based. The software. The image. Agentless? Well, agent would be the nodes. Agentless would be remote code execution. I don't know. Taking a guess. Image based. Who is chiefly responsible for determining the purposes and means of processing personal data within an organization? Probably the data owner or the data controller, responsible for determining the purpose and means of processing personal data within an organization. You know, sometimes the data owner could be the data subject too. So, I mean, if you're the subject and you're not with the organization, but then that's me overthinking the question. Maybe it is data owner. Who is chiefly responsible for determining the purposes and means of processing personal data within an organization? Son of a bitch. I'm going to go with data owner. Final answer. Which of the following best describes entities that facilitate the distribution and exchange of threat and vulnerability information among different organizations, often to improve collective security? Dynamic analysis, bug bounty programs, or SOCs? Best describes entities that facilitate the distribution and exchange of threat and vulnerability information among different organizations. This one sounds too broad. Information sharing organizations? What? Maybe it's SOCs. I don't think it's dynamic analysis or bug bounty programs. I don't think it's those two. And I forgot what SOCs was again. Fuck, I keep forgetting what these fucking acronyms mean. I'm going with SOCs. Mary is concerned about the security of her online accounts. She reads about a device she can carry with her, which when inserted or tapped on her computer or phone, provides a higher level of authentication assurance. Which of the following best describes what she's considering? Physical security key? Software-based physical security keys, right? She carries with her. She reads about a device she can carry with her, which when inserted or tapped, sounds like a physical security key. Which of the following statements about destruction in the disposal process is not true? Destruction, disposal, technology. Destruction ensures that there is no possibility for data to be recovered from discarded assets. Degaussing is a method of destruction for magnetics. Yeah, that's true. Destruction methods include physical destruction, such as pulverizing, incinerate. I like all of these, so it's probably this one. Data destruction is unnecessary when the hardware is not physically damaged and can be reused. Dude, screw that. If I want to fucking take a hammer to my hard drive, I can do that. Stellar Tech Corp has always been at the forefront of adopting cutting-edge security measures. Recently, the company started a pilot program where employees use a physical device that they plug into their computers. When they tap a button on this device, they are instantly granted access to the that's biometrics. That's like, like you tap it, right? How does it know if I'm tapping it or if someone else is tapping it? That's biometrics. Recently, Antattack, a martial arts company, has had a data breach. Barzan, what are these names? Security analyst was hired to investigate. He found a rogue WAP, and that's not a wet ass, near the building. The attacker used the WAP to gain information about that company's clients. Which of the following network attacks is best demonstrated by this finding? That would be an on-path attack. Usually on-path attacks, man-in-the-middle attacks, are rogue access points. I swear to God, if the answer is wireless, I'm going to be so pissed off. You are working on a project that requires you to use a software application that is not installed on your system. You find a website that offers a free download of the application, and you click it, and yeah, download button. And instead of downloading the application, you download a PNG file, which may contain a malicious code. If it's malicious, what type of attack vector was used to deliver the code? I guess that's file-based. It's not a removable device, image-based. It's a file. It's a file. It's not pretexting. And I'm still being a dumbass on what the fuck is image-based. I'm going file-based. Which of the following scenarios best describes a file-based threat? Oh, well, that one. This one right here. Opening an Excel file that installs ransomware. Yeah. Fuck yeah. I want to make one of those. Receiving a fake bank call. No, that's phishing. An executive email being spoofed to request funds transfer. That's email spoofing. Typing a slightly incorrect URL. That's pretexting. It's this one. Enrique, back at it again. Enrique identifies that the operating system used in some of the company's critical infrastructure equipment is no longer receiving patches. Instead of patching, which of the following is the best recommended security control to protect these systems for potential attacks? Regularly backing up the systems, isolate the network it uses, implement multi-factor, upgrade the system. Well, you could upgrade it, but that might be a little bit too invasive for the company, because this is critical infrastructure. You don't just go and upgrade shit when it's critical. Ooh. Implement multi-factor, isolate the network it uses. I think it's this one. You just isolate the network it uses. Which of the following statements best describes the control plane in the zero trust model? Ooh, this is getting really in detail. The control plane decides on access based on policies and threats, employs security decisions based on user behavior, ensures efficient transmission of approved data, or limits potential damage zones in a network. Well, a control plane kind of sounds like an enforcer, ensures efficient transmission of approved data. That sounds like a transport plane or something. Decides on access based on policies and threats. Employs security decisions based on user behavior. It's a total guess. I'm going with this one. A company wants to ensure the integrity and confidentiality of its operating system files during both transit and storage. So the following is the most effective approach for protecting these files: encryption and digital signing, regular patching and updates, firewall and intrusion detection systems, or backup and compression. Well, I guess it's this one, right? Integrity, digital signing, confidentiality, encryption, transit and storage. We're transmitting and storing. I don't like the other ones. It's this one. Which physical security measure is primarily installed around the perimeter of a property to deter and delay unauthorized access? Probably a fence. Video surveillance? Well, that might not delay anything. It would deter, but would it delay? I think it's a fence. A fence would deter you. It would delay you. We're going with fencing. Which of the following strategies is most effective for organizations aiming to mitigate the risk of widespread disruptions due to a localized issue in their infrastructure? Infrastructure diversification. We're talking about centralization here. We want to decentralize it. We want to diversify. In a large multinational corporation, the access control mechanism dynamically evaluates various user features such as job role, department location, and time of access to determine access rights to specific resources. Which type of access control mechanisms is being used for this? So, various features such as job role, department location, and time of access. Ooh. So it's either rule-based or role-based. Job role, department sounds like role-based. But I feel like time of access and location sounds like rule-based. I gotta brush up on these. Dynamically evaluates various features such as job role, department, location, and time of access to specific resources. To specific resources. Rule-based, role-based, rule-based, role-based, job role, role. We're going to role-based. Dion Training Solutions has traditionally focused on products with predictable returns and markets with stable regulatory environments. Preferring to avoid unpredicted ventures, he sounds pretty conservative there. This institution's risk appetite can be described as conservative. Likes that. He wants to avoid unpredictable ventures. That would be expansionary. Neutral is like kind of combining these two, and it doesn't really seem like they want to. Stable regulatory environments. Yeah, it's conservative. Company wants to ensure that its employees use its resources in an acceptable manner. Which of the following would be an example of a directive control that the company could implement to address this concern? Use your resources in an acceptable manner. Acceptable use policy, requiring all employees to read and sign an AUP. Baby. Which of the following would be an example? Employees use resources. Conducting regulatory security awareness training for employees. Implementing multi-factor. Reviewing log. Yeah, it's this one. It's the AUP. Whew. Man, I'm almost done. I need another break, though. Good God. It's fucking IT. What am I trying to do? Be a hacker? This little guy? He wants to be a hacker? Ugh. I think the guy just wants to live a fun life. He doesn't want to hack people. Holy shit. It's fucking 12:12 right now. Make a wish. You know, it's not 11:11, it's 12:12. Alright, here we go. Taliban, baby. Here we go. At Jamero Tech, employees often complain about having to remember multiple strong passwords for different platforms, leading some to resort to insecure practices like writing them on sticky notes. The cybersecurity team wants to offer a solution to help employees securely manage and store their numerous credentials. What would be the most effective solution for this problem? Advise employees to regularly change passwords. Introduce a company-wide password manager. That's cool. Allow their employees to write. No, you don't want. Encourage employees to use some. No. Password manager. At Dion Training, David is advising on cloud security best practices. Which measure is crucial for safeguarding against unauthorized login attempts? Safeguarding against unauthorized login attempts. Leave the default settings. Oh yeah, default settings. Implementing multi-factor and using, yeah, conditional, yeah, for risk, wait. Implementing multi-factor authentication and using conditional authentication for risky logins. What the hell does that mean? Rely solely on the cloud service providers IAM for user management, or allow programmatic access without unique security keys. Well, you can't go wrong with MFA, but what does risky logins mean? Using conditional authentication for risky logins? I don't know, this whole like solely and without, like these are word like default, solely, without, like these words kind of seem like you're just being lame and you're not really safeguarding things. That's just a process elimination type question for me. Which concept is an important reliability metric in maintenance management and represents the average time between failures for a non-repairable system? Well, that would be the mean time before failures. Between failures. Mean time between failures. Not mean time to repair. What the fuck is FMEA? The average time between failures. The mean time between failures. Which term refers to the collection of publicly available information used to inform about an individual, organization, or application, often aiding in vulnerability assessment security research? Open source intelligence? Maybe. The dark web? Huh? Publicly available information? Dark web? Proprietary third party? Publicly available information? Information sharing organization? Here we go again with this fucking, what is this? Information sharing organization? That sounds like happy-go-lucky grocery store. Like, what is this? Used to inform about an individual, organization, or application. Publicly available information. We're going open source intelligence. Final answer. Which of the following backup strategies ensures that companies of data are stored in a location distinct from the primary data storage site? 1. Which of the following backup strategies ensures that copies of data are stored in a location distinct from the primary data storage site? I guess offsite backup? It's like the, yeah. Distinct from the primary data storage site. Offsite backups. Final answer. What was the other ones? It's not incremental backups or synchronized backups. Yeah, it's offsite. After a merger between two tech companies, employees notice that they can seamlessly access applications of both firms. Ooh, federation. Without additional sign-ins. The IT department has likely implemented the solution to achieve this. Yeah, I think it's federation. Kelly Innovations LLC is looking to secure their web applications against various threats like cross-site scripting and SQL injections. They also want to monitor the logs of the HTTPS traffic for malicious patterns. Given the requirement and the specific protocols mentioned, which of the following would be the most suitable solution? Well, they want SQL injections, cross-site scriptings, websites, traffic. They want a web application firewall, a WAF. It's not a wet-ass fart. It's a web application firewall. What is the primary difference between an insider threat and a shadow IT attack vector? the primary difference: level of sophistication or capability, resource funding, level of access, or malicious intent. Insider threat. Shadow IT. Shadow IT is like downloading stupid shit when you shouldn't be doing it. It's like think of like your IT employee, and then you got your shadow IT employee. Insider threat is more like just being an asshole. But again, I always think insider threats could be intentional or unintentional, and I don't know if that's something I really need to just like throw out of my brain when it comes to taking this test. Could be level access. Malicious intent. Could be malicious. Shadow IT, I didn't mean to do it. Insider threat, I meant to do it. But again, could be accidental. Could be just ignorance. Level of access. Shadow IT. Resource funding. I don't think it's this one. Level of sophistication, capability. I don't know. I'm going with malicious intent. Albert, an IT technician, must implement a security measure to monitor and control incoming and outgoing network traffic based on predetermined security rules. Which of the following should the technician implement? Firewall, security awareness training, acceptable use policy, or background checks? Okay, this one made the most sense. The other ones are just way out there. What is the first step in the risk management process that involves determining what potential threats and vulnerabilities exist within an organization's environment? What is the first step in risk management? Well, I guess risk identification, right? Risk assessment, risk analysis, risk register. Determining what potential threats and vulnerabilities exists within an organization. That would be a risk assessment, because now you're assessing your organization. Ugh, I hate this question. An online retailer experiences an average single loss expectancy of $25,000 for each e-commerce system downtime incident, with an expected annual rate of occurrence of being 0.05, which is 5%. What is the annual loss expectancy? So I suck at math, but what we want to do is we want to take 5% of $25,000. Oh God, is it this one? 50%. 5,000 would be, it's one of these two. 5,000 would be too high, I think, though. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That wouldn't be 5%. That would be like 15%, right? 3, 6. No, that'd be like 20%. 2, 4, 6, 8, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That would be 20%. This would be 20%. This sounds like 5%. This sounds too low. That sounds too low. We're going with that one. At a high security research facility, employees have been noticing some oddities. Every morning for a week, when the first employee arrives, they find the main entrance door slightly ajar. Though nothing inside seems to be stolen or disrupted. The facility uses a high-tech access card system for entry, and logs show different authorized personnel supposedly accessing the building multiple times during the night. However, those employees claim they were at home during those hours. What type of malicious activity is most likely responsible for these oddities? Slightly ajar doors. Logs show different authorized personnel supposedly accessing the building. However, those employees claim they were at home. Maybe it's RFID cloning. It's not malware or brute force. Environmental attack? What is an environmental attack? Is that when, like, God attacks you? I think it's RFID cloning. It sounds like their smart cards got cloned or some shit, and then somebody's using that shit. Main entrance door slightly ajar. What does that mean? Like slightly open or some shit? I think it's RFID cloning. Which of the following architecture models involves using a single point of control or authority to manage a system or service? Single point of control. Architecture models. Centralized. Jamario, an IT specialist at Dion Training, has been tasked to ensure that employees working from their homes can securely access the company's network. He recommends the use of VPNs, multi-factor authentication, and encrypted communications for all remote connections. What kind of work environment is Jamario addressing? A remote work environment? Collaborative? A decentralized? I think they're really trying to make you like overthink this. I think it's just a remote work environment. He recommends using VPNs, multi-factor authentication, encrypted communications. Kind of work environment. Collaborative. I don't think it's collaborative. I think it's remote. A business needs a full-scale duplicate of its primary IT facility that can be quickly activated, hot sites, in the event of a system failure. Which of the following site considerations? It's hot. It's a hot site. That's hot. Wait a minute. Is it on site? Needs a full-scale duplicate. Okay, duplicate. It's a hot site. It's not on site. Which of the following mitigation techniques can help prevent malware from spreading from one system or process to another by limiting their interaction or communication? That's an air gap. That's segmentation, isolation. I think it's segmentation. Which of the following mitigation techniques can prevent malware from spreading from one system to another by limiting their interaction or communication? Segmentation. Final answer, boss. During a digital investigation, which activity is most closely associated with the acquisitions phase? The acquisition phase. Imaging a hard drive to create an exact byte-for-byte copy for analysis. Determining if cryptographic methods need to be employed to protect data during storage. Reviewing a detailed log of who handled the evidence and when. Searching through electronic records to identify relevant emails for a court case. Acquisition. Acquiring. Acquisition. Is it that one? Acquisition? Searching through electronic records. Oh, fuck, I don't know. I hate these questions, dude. Searching through electronic records to identify relevant emails for a court case. Acquisition. We're trying to acquire information on this motherfucker. Most closely associated. Imaging a hard drive. No. Searching. We're trying to search. We're searching. We're acquiring. We're not imaging. We're not reviewing. We're searching. Which of the following terms refers to the practice of minimizing the potential attack surface hardening? Okay. Within an organization, what could be zero trust, physical security, threat scope reduction, gap analysis. Minimizing the potential risk, practice of minimizing the potential risk in service organization. Zero trust, physical. Which of the following terms refers to the practice of minimizing the potential attack surface? I guess it's zero trust. Minimizing the potential attack surface. Gap analysis? No, it's not gap analysis. Threat scope reduction? The practice of threat scope reduction. I don't know what this term means. Physical. I don't think it's It's not physical security, and it's not gap analysis. It's either implementing a zero trust system, or it's threat scope reduction. I got 19 minutes. I'm good. 5 left. 19. I'm going with threat scope reduction. Wicked Witches sells costumes worldwide. Traffic to their website spikes at times when various, probably load balancer, cultures have events where people dress in costumes, especially within 1 week of such events. The cloud services company has offered them a service which will prevent low latency and crashes by distributing traffic across multiple servers. It's a load balancer. If a company's server has an estimated single loss expectancy of 25,000 due to its operational failure, and annual rate of occurrence is 20%, there's our 5,000. An application creates a temporary file to save a value for later use. A malicious actor deletes this file after its creation, but before its subsequent use by the application. Motherfucker. What type of vulnerability is it's either time of use or race condition? Again, I always get these mixed up. Time of check, time of use, race conditions, I get them mixed up all the time. A malicious actor deletes this file after its creation, but before its subsequent use by the application. Alright, so let's break this down. An application creates a temporary file to save a value for later use. Let's think of a hibernation file. A malicious actor deletes this file, so they're deleting your hibernation file after its creation, but before its subsequent use by the application. So it got created, then it got deleted, but then it got used at the same time. It got deleted. What type of vulnerability being exploited in this? Is it a race condition? Are we racing against the deletion? Or is it a time of use vulnerability? I always get these mixed up. Alright, I'm going with time of use. Enrique at Dion Trading is tasked with ensuring that the company's latest project data is securely backed up. Considering that they only update this project once a week, and that the office is located in an area prone to natural disasters, which backup method would be the most suitable for their needs? Well, not on-site backups. Hybrid backups would be like on-site and cloud. They only update this project once a week. So you don't really need an offsite backup for something like that. So we need a cloud backup. But then why not just go with hybrid? Have cloud and on-site. This project wants me at the office. I'll just go cloud. Which of the following control types best represents a step-by-step guide issued to employees to ensure they follow a standard procedure when setting up a new workstation? Sounds like corrective to me. Deterrent, detective, or directive. Directive. Yeah. This is how you do things. It's directive. Alright, before we finish the exam, let's review some questions. I think we did 7. When evaluating a new security tool for automation and orchestration, which factor primarily addresses the potential financial impact? I think it's return on investment. Addresses the potential financial impact over the tool's life cycle. Which factor primarily addresses the potential financial impact over the tool's life cycle? When evaluating a new security tool for automation orchestration in the organization's infrastructure. I think it's return on investment. I think it's that one. I think that was the only one that I really questioned. I don't remember what SCAP is. I gotta re-review that. I think we're good. Let's see how we did. Let's see how Taliban Baby did. Taliban Baby, how'd you do? Taliban Baby! Ah, 73. We did worse than the first one. Ooh, look at me though. 100% on the general security concepts. That's right, baby. 94% on security architecture. And then security operations. Ugh. Security program management oversight. Ugh. And then threats, vulnerabilities, mitigations. 73. I wanted a 90. Gosh darn it. Let's see. Well, I guess it was a buffer overflow. It's like the one I didn't think it would be. It was TCO. I don't total cost of ownership. I gotta reread that. I didn't even know what TCO was. Security officer, whatever. I really thought this was a data custodian. Collecting and storing sounds like a custodian thing. Custodian's all about storing the data and analyzing it because they're in charge of storing it. What was this one about? Preparation phase? It was support internal decision making. I was thinking about just check marking all 3 of them. Should have just did that. SCAP encrypts all data before it is sent securely. Before it is sent to be securely stored. That's the not true one. This one was the correct one. Inventory enables organizations to maintain up-to-date records. Helps tracking the financial value of assets. Well, that's your... I hate these questions with the whole, like, which one's the best? Which is the most? Aw, dude, are you serious? It was SLA? I was so certain it was a statement of work. Statement of work is usually what goes with contracts. Like, process finalizing cross-check with a new vendor. Usually, when you work with vendors, you create a statement of work, and then you do a work order with that vendor. SLAs is more like a company and a customer. Alright, well. The intended audience of the report, the software tools used, the intended audience of the report. Determining the requirements of an investigative report. The attended audience of a report? Isn't the audience always going to be the judge and the jury? Isn't it always going to be that? I feel like software tools might be a more crucial consideration when the audience is just going to constantly be the law. But okay. Host-based intrusion prevention systems? Yeah, I guess I should have just picked that one. It was recurring report? She compiles a document, detailed trends, potential threat. The company's firewall. Sarah, okay. Reviews the company's firewall logs, intrusion detection. She compiles that. So she does this what? Every week? It wasn't a Trojan, it was a rootkit. I don't know, this didn't sound like a rootkit to me. Local administrator. Well, yeah, I guess maybe it was a rootkit. I don't know what Trojans can do. I've never downloaded one. Yeah, local administrator would probably be a rootkit. Yeah, I gotta remember that. This one was client-based. This one was a data controller instead of a data owner. Okay. Oh, here we go with the information sharing organizations. That's the one it was. It wasn't SOCs. Oh, what? I got this one wrong? Recently, the company shared a pilot program where employees use a physical device that they plug into their computers. When they tap a button on this device, they are instantly granted access to company systems, which passwordless hardware token-based authentication. Cutting-edge security measures. Hardware token-based authentication involves using a physical device, often a USB token, to gain access, eliminating the need for traditional. Biometric uses unique biological traits of a user, like what? Tapping a button? Anybody could tap that button. This question's totally wrong. So are you telling me that someone could just steal my USB token and then just go to my computer and just tap it, and that's stupid. It's totally biometric authentication. This one was image based. This is the PNG file. Oh, so they were talking about like images, like an actual image. Dude, I thought they were talking about like operating systems or something. It was attribute based for this one. I don't know, I gotta reread that one. Of course, these were the two that I was trying to figure out which one it was. And it was identification. Isolation, segmentation. Help prevent malware from spreading from one system or process to another by limiting their interactions. Yeah, I guess it was isolation. Limiting their interactions of communication. Yeah, it was isolation. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the most. I hate those questions, dude. And it wasn't cloud backups. It was offsite backups? What? Considering that they only update this project once a week, and that the office... This is another bogus one. Like, okay, so you're going to have an entire offsite backup facility, and then you're just going to update a project once a week, and then you send out the update every week? That's stupid. You might as well just do a cloud backup. Ensure that the backup is physically separated from the original data. Cloud backups are physically separated too. You're using someone else's computer. Oh, unless if the cloud backup is in the same fucking natural disaster prone area, I guess. But still. Who says that the offsite backup isn't also located down the street or something? Why isn't it cloud? While providing fast recovery times, offsite backup, although they provide flexibility, relying solely on cloud backups might present challenges if there are internet connectivity issues during a disaster. Oh. Oh, I see what they're talking about now. Ensuring the company's latest project is that only bad one. Alright, let's say a hurricane hits you, right? And you're working on this latest project. And apparently the correct answer is offsite backup. And you update this project once a week. So boom. Hurricane comes. You lose power. So you have someone ship over the project so you can upload it to the computers that you don't have power for, but you're running a natural, maybe you're running a generator off gas-powered generator. That doesn't mean you're gonna have internet though. So yeah, maybe offsite backup is the best answer. I don't know. I'm conflicted. I don't know. I don't like that one. Oh well. Hello. Hello, Kitty. 7:10 p.m. Kitty. Rogue mod in the house. Oh snap, dude! Here I am doing a security plus thing, and here's my rogue mod, bro. How do I? Dude, you hacked me. You friggin' hacked me, dude. Dude, you hacked me. Dude, it just says error try again every time. That's hilarious. Channel, go to channel. And the channel's just blank, dude. I don't get it. You're the real hacker here, Decone. Because I would not know what to do about this situation. Alright, well, that's it. I'm a little bit, I'm not happy about this. Thought I would have gotten like an 85 or something. But a 73? What? I don't know. Sometimes these quizzes aren't really written that well, in my opinion. The one I thought I was going to do the worst on, I did the best. Actually, the two that I thought I was going to do the worst on, I did the best. And then I messed up on threats, vulnerabilities. That's like my favorite portion of it. Security program management and oversight. I don't really like that. Alright, well, 73. It is what it is. This is the score of this Taliban baby. He tried. He tried his best. I'm out of here. Peace.